Welcome back to another video with Shay, Trav, and Little Trav.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got my family here.
Yeah.
Got Dad Travis and baby Travis and baby number 2.
Yeah, baby number 2 on the way.
I don't know if I'm really this big.
Drops in almost 45 days.
Yeah, I think so.
Somewhere up in there.
Alright guys, as you see in the title, I'm going to talk about medical school, which is something I typically do not do. But I feel like it's time. What do you think?
Yeah, talk about it.
It's
man.
about time.
Talk about it.
So first of all, if you're new to the channel, this is my husband Travis. We've been married for almost 11 years. It'll be 11 years January 9th. We've been dating since high school, so we've been dating for about 17 years.
Hey, that's Trav, little Trav.
This is my little baby. He's so excited. So we've been married and we've been dating. So for a total of a long time.
Long time.
So anyway, so this video.
Look. Went through high school together. Went through college together. As you can see,
and
I went to law school.
Degree.
She got a master's degree. I am a practicing attorney. I've been practicing law for a good while. And Shay is in medical school. I've been practicing law for about 7 years. And I've been through Shay throughout her medical school journey, and she's going to talk about it today.
So first of all, I'm going to talk about being married in med school. I know some people, they're like, oh no, I can't get married in med school. It's going to be too difficult. First of all, I just want to say, don't listen to people. I know somebody told me, they were like, oh, most medical students' marriages end in divorce. And he gave me like this significant number. And it didn't even scare me. It actually made me really upset because I feel like people are more likely to tell you something negative whenever they know you're getting ready to step out and do something big. So if you want to get married in medical school and you're really in love, do it, okay?
Look, and then let me just add this right here. Whenever Shay hears something negative or I hear something negative, we see that as a challenge to just like go against that and like rise above that. Like, because we are pretty resilient people. And so that doesn't scare us or deter us from doing what we want to do. Bro,
but no,
out of here.
Right. I'm like, sir, I didn't even ask for your advice or your opinion. You're not even married, you're not in a relationship. Please leave me alone. But
First off, I don't take advice if it wasn't
unsolicited.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I don't take unsolicited advice anyway.
So marriage in medical school, people say it's really hard. Like, I can only speak for my marriage. I don't see how I could have done medical school without him. It has been a journey. It's been quite a journey. That's a whole nother video. So from my experience, get married, have that support at home. And
that was going to actually be one of my questions for you. What are some of the pros, real quick, if you can kind of like give bullet points of some of the pros of being married while in medical school?
Some of the pros have been, there's always someone there. Whenever I come home, he's at home, or he's coming home. So like, I always have a friend, someone outside of medicine who I can talk to about other things outside of medicine. Because, you know, medicine consumes your life. So always having somebody there. If I'm feeling stressed out, we can go get ice cream. That used to be our thing. Get ice cream or spend time together, hence the babies. No. Spend time together with my spouse.
I got somebody to help relieve the stress.
Yeah. Someone who constantly reminds me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. As far as like the cons of being married, I would say like sometimes you feel guilty when you can't really hang out with your spouse because you're studying. Because sometimes I do study at school, or I did study at school, and I would be at school like all night and day.
Somebody has rejoined us, baby Trav. Welcome back to the show. The joys of having children while in medical school.
Yeah.
And like one of the benefits I would add that Shay didn't add is that you always have somebody who can bring you or cook food for you.
Ooh,
you know,
yes.
You know, because you're in medical school, you probably don't have time to cook, or you're probably eating out a lot. So you have your spouse there to prepare meals or get food for you, so you can come home to food.
Yes. Sometimes he would bring me food too.
Right. Right. So if you're in the library and you need your own personal food, Uber, coffee, food.
Bye, baby. Bye. He's waving at us.
Hey,
bye. Bye.
Go on now. He's getting ready to fly the coop. He's saying goodbye, y'all.
Tell him bye, baby.
Tell him bye. Tell him bye. All right. You're just staring at them weirdly.
Now we're moving on to the next segment of medical school. Having babies. So I got pregnant during 3rd and 4th year. third year I got pregnant, and it was a shocker. Fourth year too, but I think third year was the biggest shocker. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
I just want to say that it was just tough. Like it's definitely tough being pregnant third year. Mainly you're fatigued. You have to study all the time, and you have to impress a lot of attendings.
You're also on your feet a lot because you're on different rotations.
So I was on my feet a lot, like too much. I started swelling at like 11 weeks. Like my feet were swollen. I felt swollen. I tried to sit down. Stop. A lot of
swollenness.
Oh, and I was super emotional my first pregnancy. Remember that? Remember how emotional I was?
One eternity later.
My family had to leave out the room, so they'll be back. But yeah, so third year, you're intimidated. You're still trying to figure out exactly what you want to do, what field of medicine that is your thing. Oh, I did think for me, being pregnant third year, it kind of helped me decide, could I really do this specialty? Because of course I'm not going to be pregnant for the rest of my life, but you're going to do that specialty and you're going to get older. And so it's like, if you can't really do that specialty while you're pregnant, it may be a little too tough for you when you're like 65 and you're still practicing medicine. Now that was my rationale. So all of this is just my personal opinion. When I first found out I was pregnant, I started off in psych, and on psych, I was like, oh, you know what? I've been feeling so emotional. I don't know why. And I found out I was pregnant. Then after psych, I did OB. OB was awesome because I told some of the residents that I was pregnant, and they were completely understanding. They were okay with me having to sit down during some of the surgeries. I had to take calls some nights. They were like, oh, just go to bed, you know, and they were fine with that. After I did OB, I did surgery. Now, surgery was like downhill. And it was just downhill. We're probably gonna just leave it at that. So the only thing I liked about surgery during my pregnancy was trauma surgery. Trauma surgery was awesome. Like after surgery, neurology. Neurology was awesome. So pretty much every rotation, I felt like the residents were very understanding. A lot of the attendings were understanding. People were like, do you need to go home early? Do you need a break? Are you standing on your feet too long? They were completely understanding, and I really appreciated that. That's been my brief experience. Moving on to fourth year pregnancy. Fourth year is just exciting anyway. So I got pregnant fourth year during the quarantining period. So at the beginning of my pregnancy, I was at home a lot. I was at home all the time. We were virtual. And so that was helpful, very helpful, because I wasn't on my feet, but I was pretty fatigued in the beginning. So I was still falling asleep during lectures. I remember one time I was on a Zoom lecture, and I guess it was over and I fell asleep. And I woke up and there was only like 3 people left in the room in the Zoom lecture. I just logged off. I don't know what they were talking about. I was so embarrassed that I fell asleep. My camera was off, but still, it was embarrassing. So anyway, so that's the beginning of the pregnancy. And then, fourth year, you're doing interviews, and we're doing virtual. So I don't know like how interviews are going to go next year and the year thereafter. And like away rotations, we couldn't do away rotations. So that's another benefit. A lot of things have been virtual, so I've been at home sitting down a lot. So overall, key points. I recommend having a close support system, whether it's you and your husband, or like daycares, babysitters. You're gonna need all of those things. Like my husband helps so much. He helps a lot. I've always wanted to have kids. I've always wanted to have a lot of kids. So This is just in line with what I wanted to do. People are always like, oh gosh, I can't believe you, how can you have a baby in the NICU and juggle medical school? For me, family is first, and then medicine. So of course I'm gonna make it work. But I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do this video because I wish some people would have told me some of these things before I got pregnant in medical school. If you were pregnant first and second year, feel free to comment and let other people know your experiences. Before we go, my baby is back. Our other little baby is going to bed. So really quickly, how have I been different with this pregnancy versus third year?
Oh, well, this fourth year, you're much more chill as opposed to third year. Like third year, you were going to rotation to rotation. You were staying up late. You were at the library late. Whereas fourth year, you don't really have those chef exams, so you're not staying up late to study.
Yeah.
You know, you're not as stressed. It's just pretty chill, man.
Yes.
So, so
like
I think
I
that's
said.
the big difference. And
Shout out to New York where better Travis can see.
but New York happened, man.
New York.
Don't go to New York. Your third year in medical school. Don't go.
Beginning of
Don't
third
go
year.
on any vacation where you have a bunch of alone time.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah. So anyway, that happened. But I think that's the biggest difference between four. And then also, aside from you being pregnant, I think your mental state, you're just pretty chill too.
Yeah.
You know, because and also like you're like so much more mature as a student doctor from third year to fourth year. Like your knowledge has grown, your confidence has grown. You know, you just grown so much between third and fourth year. You know, they're like,
that's nice.
yeah. So those are the big differences that I've noticed from the outside looking in.
Thank you, baby. For real this time, we're leaving and we will see you in the next video.
All right. Peace, love, chicken grease. Drop a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Like the video, all that stuff. Shay already said all that?
Yeah.
All right, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye, guys. Here's the baby. He's just kicking. He's doing a lot of kicking right now. Baby bump. Let me see. I want you guys to see him kick, but
Normally, if I put my hand around a belly like this, if I rub it, he'll kick or he'll move at least.
but not right now.
Not right now.
All right. Bye. Okay, come on. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, moving on to the next one. So, pregnancy in medical school. Travis, get out the camera, baby. Get out the camera.
Excuse me, sir.
No, we can't do this video.
Yeah, so fascinating to see what's up in the swelling. Bye. Close the door. Close the door behind you.
Bye. We love you. Oh, he coming
Oh,
back.
every time we tell him bye, he comes back. I think he thinks bye means.
Get out the camera. Get out the camera.